to Unscripted.
Yeah. Why do you always get to say the fun things?
Because it's my line.
We have a live studio audience tonight, people. Let me just say, we're doing such a great job at running the show. They already have threatened to go on strike. Yeah. Just so you guys know.
Oh, boy.
They're super well organized. No signs, no nothing, no lines. Like, you can cross the lines, come into the studio.
All right. Let's get back on track, people. If this is your first time ever to a Parkview Students Experience, make sure you text first time to 65649.
Is that how we're doing it this season?
I don't know. I nailed it.
Yeah. And if you want to help us stop, you're shaking the whole thing.
Yeah, you go.
I don't know if this chair's weight rated for me. You got to settle down a little bit. Hey, if you want to help us produce the show, wrangle the live audience, run the cameras. I wish that Aiden could shoot his face back to you so you can see him running all this stuff in the studio. You can text. There's the hand, Hayden. 656. What do they text? Crew. I'm Aiden. You can text crew to 65649, and you know what you get? You get a personal phone call from Mr. Sam Voss.
I will call you if you text crew to 65649.
Got boats going over. We're not gonna burn the ships. We're gonna sink them. All right, great. Hey, man. Not too long ago, because we're men of the people. We let you choose hashtag
the world's
greatest drink.
We've been through LaCroix, Capri Sun, but you chose somewhat of a dessert.
It's not a dessert. Desserts are not liquid. Desserts are solid.
This is middle of the ground, though. You chose root beer.
Oh, I'm team root beer.
Root beer floats, which means
it's a root
all
beer.
Season long, season 4, everybody wins all season long. You're going to be able to pick a team, either team root beer.
Root beer! Is there anybody in here? Am I the only team root beer person?
Team ice cream!
Wow! Listen, I think I'm going on strike. I'm going to be the one going on strike.
So, with that being said, we want your voice matters. We want your voice to be on the show, and there's a way that you can do that.
Well, wait, first you should know that all season long, we're actually competing as Team Root Beer and Team Ice Cream. Doesn't matter which one you're on, and you can switch if you start losing. But we're going to be keeping track of points on the show.
Yes.
So at the end of the season, we know who actually wins this whole thing.
That's right.
Team Root Beer or Team Ice Cream.
And we actually have a really fun game coming up called Family Feud.
You've heard of it.
Speaking of my family,
my
dad is in the chat.
Oh my God.
What's up, Dad? I love you, man.
Nice to see you, Mr. Boss.
Okay, but for real, we are going to be playing Family Feud here on the show.
Awesome.
And we want you to be the people when it says survey says. We want the survey to come from you, so you can text FEUD.
Top 100 answers on the board.
FEUD to 65649.
Oh, I feel like you're just trying to get in your daily exercise.
It's a season 4 thing.
Awesome. All right. Hey, speaking of games, let's play one, shall we? Oh my goodness. Literally every time you do that, everything on this entire set feels like it's going over. Okay.
Love it.
Stop now. There's just
a
major
so we have
earthquake.
A game tonight called To Tell the Truth. So, do you want to call the first team up?
Team Ear Scratchers. Ear Scratchers?
Ear Touchers.
Ear Touchers. Ear Touchers, Ear Scratchers. You choose your touch. Okay.
So here's what's going to happen. These 3 contestants are going to say the same thing, and Darren and I are going to have 60 seconds to ask them questions about the thing they said.
And
if we can guess which one of them told the truth, we get 100 points for our team. So he'd get 100 points for Team Root Beer.
Which will happen.
Boo.
Whoa.
No, we don't.
Or 100 points for Team Ice Cream!
Yeah! No, this whole thing is rigged. It's so rigged. All right. So, why don't you guys tell us what your truth is? What's your story?
And make sure you step up to the microphone as you say it.
Okay, so, I was in
Wait,
class.
what is it that you, what's your talent? You guys, wait a minute, I know what it is. You guys are the guy, somebody is the guy who can touch his ear by wrapping his arm around his body and through his legs and up his nose and into his ear.
Is that true?
Right? Something like that. Let's go.
Around my head and onto my ear.
Okay, got it. Wait. So let us ask you questions to figure out which one of you actually can do that stupid human trick.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guy in the middle. Contestant 2.
Guy in the middle.
How did you find out that you could touch your ear?
It's weird because I have been doing this for so long that I don't remember when I started.
Oh. Contestant number 1. Nice hat. It should be root beer, but we'll take ice cream.
Ice cream.
Have you ever injured yourself performing this feat?
No.
No, you have not.
No.
Okay.
Contestant number 3?
3.
Who seems to know a lot about this.
Wait, same question. Have you ever injured yourself doing this?
No, I have
Really?
not.
Because I see you wearing a splint on your arm. Are
Hey,
you sure?
That was not bad. That was a
Okay, I
bike
was just
accident.
checking. Okay, I
Bike
feel like
I think we're ready to guess.
let's do one more question.
Okay.
One more question. Does anyone, all 3 of you, does anyone else in your family do this stunt? No.
Oh no, they could not.
Okay, great. I think
No?
it's time to guess.
All right.
Who do you think it is, Sam? Contestant
Studio
number
audience,
1?
can we get a drum roll, please?
Oh, we
I
got the
am going
scoring.
to guess contestant number 3.
And I'm guessing contestant number 1. Will the real ear toucher please step forward? Let's go right now. Team Root Beer. Let's go, dude.
Wow.
Get that on camera. What
Wow.
are you doing?
I will not let my team down.
I feel
Wow.
like you could break your own neck doing that, bro.
Incredible. All right, you guys-
Wait, what's he doing? He's got a beard of hands around his head.
Oh, wait. With that being said, folks, you guys can go ahead and have a seat.
Grab
And
a
let's
seat.
have the next
Team Clown.
Team Clown come up.
Team Clown.
Also, hello to Giovanni in the chat.
Gio, what's
Oh, my
going
goodness.
What is
on?
up,
Great.
Gio? It's good
Gio,
to see you.
so glad you're with us
It's all right.
tonight,
It's okay.
dude. We
Oh,
miss
boy.
you, bro.
Oh.
We have one more contestant.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Now, what I think the story here is, as I recall, is that somebody in this posse is a balloon artist and has been a clown. Is that a correct story? Do we
Yes.
understand your story?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
All
Question
right.
number 1.
Question
2.
number 1, I'm asking Gavin because he was very excited. He was like, yeah, it's me.
Okay.
So, Gavin, what is your favorite animal to blow up?
Well,
That was a weird way to ask that question.
I like blowing up
I like
many
blowing up
balloons,
cats
but,
because cats suck. All right, let's go.
probably turtles.
Turtles. Interesting.
How many balloons, Gavin, does it take to make a balloon turtle?
It depends how big you want the turtle. It ranges from about 3 to 5.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
All right, contestant number 2. How long have you been blowing up balloons?
Are you
A
so-
while.
A while.
A while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, folks. About this game, you can always tell who's a good and bad liar.
Yeah, I mean, if you take 14 minutes to come up with
Right.
how long it
Contestant
takes you to blow up a
2,
balloon, probably
not a strong suit for them to be a liar, which is good.
Just saying.
All right, contestant 1.
Contestant number 1, what was your clown name?
Bozo.
Oh, Bozo.
Red nose?
Yes.
Did it stink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have it in your pocket?
No, I do not. It's at my house.
Well, contestant number 1, actually, contestant 1 and contestant 3. What is the best way to, you're dead to us. What is the best way to inflate a balloon for a balloon animal? Well, what apparatus do you use?
A needle.
A needle. Okay. Gavin?
I also use a needle.
Contestant
number 2,
2.
do you have something?
Oh, yes. Yes, you use this really great pump. And it does have a needle on the end. Yes, a needle.
A needle.
A needle. Mhm.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we're ready to guess.
Are you?
Your
'Cause I
turn.
definitely-
You're first. Good luck.
I'm not ready. I'm going to guess that contestant number 1 is telling the truth. Sam is going to guess that contestant number.
I'm going to guess contestant number 2.
Will the real balloon artist please step forward?
Ice cream, baby!
She let us all
Come on, where are ice
straight.
cream people at?
She
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
She
talking about.
acted like she
I love
didn't
it.
know how
I
to do
love
it.
it.
You guys are awesome. Grab a seat. So much
Yes.
fun. Also, I feel like that means that the score is currently tied.
100 to 100.
100 to 100. Well done, son.
Everyone wins.
Everyone. We're just going to keep the score even the whole season
Also,
long. Not true.
do you want to tell them about Twitch while I walk over and get ready to spin the wheel?
Oh, are you going to do Instagram Takeover? Great. Yeah. Hey, live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Parkview Students. Every night after small groups, we are playing video games with you. You can log on, you can play with Sam, you can play with Isaac, who's in our production booth. They love hanging out with you. Twitch.tv/Parkview Student. Also, you should know that if you're not in a small group right now, you can jump into a small group at any time by texting student groups to 65649. And if you want that group to be online, you just click the link in the chat that says join an online group tonight, and you can do that right there.
Love it. Wow, he certainly had a lot to say, folks. I feel like I'm the meteorologist. And let's take a look at your weather today, people.
Instagram
It's going to be
takeover.
sunny with a chance of more sunshine later this week.
It is
Back to you, Bob.
It's a raining student pastors.
Just kidding.
Raining student
It's
pastors.
raining student pastors.
Hey, wait a minute. You have not talked about the fact that there are new people added to the wheel.
I know. Just let me get to my segment.
Come on, bro. Let's go. Time's ticking.
I know, but I'm having so much fun hanging out with the people. Okay, so here's what's going on. Every single Thursday after Wednesday, we jump on Instagram, at Parkview Student on Instagram, by the way, to hang out with you on our story. You can ask questions. You can jump in and just be part of our day. But we always spin the wheel to find out who you're going to be hanging out with tomorrow on Instagram. And we have Nick Clayson.
Nick Clayson.
We have Lizzie Calambaris.
I can't believe you're not talking about Nick's
Matt
picture.
Willard, Sam Voss, Darren Sutton, and Chuck the Duck. So, can you guys say, spin that wheel with me? 1, 2, 3. Spin that wheel!
And there it
And
goes.
the crowd is silent with anticipation as we wait to see who Instagram Takeover is going to be with.
We all know it's going to be Matt Willard.
It's
He's gonna be doing it
with
for-
Nick
Clayson!
Nick Clayson!
No! Nick's so excited.
Very fun.
Nick
Very
will be hanging
fun.
out with you guys on Instagram. You may be
That's right.
asking yourself, why is this giant bottle with strips of tape on it sitting on the desk?
Oh, yeah, you might be asking. But you also might be asking, why is nobody responding to what's going on in the chat? So really quick, Candace, what's up? Jenna, what's up? And Candace again. Ice cream is better than root beer. Go ahead, talk about the vase.
Okay, wait a minute. Did Jenna say that? Because Jenna doesn't get a vote. Jenna doesn't like root beer floats.
Yeah, true.
She gets no.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
Jenny, your dad does. Okay, so everybody's dying. We're not going to have anybody left if I keep killing them off. Okay, so coming up this fall, we're doing something new. For years, Parkview Students has done a fall retreat where we get into a bus and we drive a far way away and we do a thing for a little bit and then we drive back.
It's true.
But this year, we wanted you guys to have a better opportunity to invite your friends. We wanted to make it cheaper for you, and we feel like we can have a good time gathering here. So we're going to do something called a fall conference, October 7th through the 9th. It's called Burn the Ships. If you want to register, you just text Fall 2021 to 65649, and you might be burn the ship. Yeah, listen, I thought that ship was going down, bro. So here's what this giant jar is.
Yes.
We want you to come. Also, I'm scared I'm going to break this thing.
You're not.
We want you guys to invite your friends. And so the student pastors have set some registration
Goals?
benchmarks.
Oh,
Benchmarks, if you will. The first one is the 100 mark. We're going to begin filling this thing up next week with root beer. When we get to 100, you will see root beer at this level. And everybody who comes to the fall conference will get an exclusive, never before seen on the planet Earth, Parkview Students laptop sticker.
Whoa, no cheer from the audience?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Good job, guys.
200 students.
200 students.
Everyone's going to get an exclusive Burn the Ships t-shirt for free.
So fun.
So fun.
So fun.
300 students, and it is going to be hair wars between me and Sam. Sam's either going to shave some weird crap in his face, or I'm going to dye my hair and you're going to choose the color, or we're going to do both, and we're going to do it right here. We're going to do it right here on Unscripted. Now, you may ask yourself, but what's this line, Darren? What if we blow the doors off the place? What if we max out registration?
What if we explode with people?
What if we burn the ships all the way down because we have so many people on the campus? You know him as our new Linux students pastor, Matt Willard. You will be picking Matt Willard's next tattoo.
That's right.
And he will be getting that tattoo on the show or at fall conference. It depends on whether or not you hit that number.
That's right. So make sure that you guys are inviting your friends to be part of fall conference. And the thing is, Darren said this, it's 3 days. So maybe you can only make 1 day because your schedule's crazy. It's still worth coming for 1, 2, or all 3 days. So make sure you sign up. You can go to parkviewchurch.com/students to sign up today.
Done.
Love it.
Great.
Well, we got one more thing that everybody has to join us.
One more thing? Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys, we got a great show planned for you. But before we kick it to the show, don't forget to
Live, laugh, and love people!
God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant and faithful promises. Time and time again, you have proven you do just what you said. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me. Your faithfulness to me. God, from age to age, though the earth may pass away, your word remains the same. Your history can prove there's nothing you can't do. You're faithful and true. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me.
I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my hope and firm foundation. He'll never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my hope and firm foundation. He'll never let me down. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great
Is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Oh, great is your faithfulness to me.
And I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my hope and firm foundation. He'll never let me down.
I love it when we kick off a new small group semester. Literally one of my most favorite times of the whole year. Small groups are such a big deal in our faith story. You know, it's more than just hanging out with friends. It's really a huge way that God develops us into the people he wants us to be. Sometimes though, let's be honest, they can go wrong. So tonight we're going to chat about what makes and keeps a small group great. When I was in high school, I was in a small group. Literally some of my best friends on the planet. We shared a ton of fun times together. Amusement parks, concerts, movie nights. service projects, a lot of the same stuff that we still do today in small groups. Think David and Jonathan. You guys remember David, right? He's a guy the Bible talks about a lot. The guy who killed Goliath, he had a pretty bad screw up with Bathsheba, wrote most of the Psalms. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible about him. And in 1 Samuel 18, we see that David has a best friend, Jonathan. Now, there's tons to unpack there. We could do an entire series just on their friendship. But suffice it to say, David and Jonathan definitely lived like they were in a small group together. Loads of fun. There were some tough times in their friendship too, though. I mean, at one point, Jonathan's dad was super jealous of David and wanted him dead. And while that level of drama never hit up in my small group, we carried each other's burdens and we didn't have to carry those alone because we had friends in our small group. Small groups should be a place where we find support, strength, help, a place where we can be our true, authentic selves, knowing that the people there care about us, pray for us, know us. Galatians 6:2 says it like this: share each other's burdens, and in this way, obey the law of Christ. First, check this out. That verse comes straight after a verse talking about being overcome by sin. So it's not just talking about tough times we share. It's also talking about being vulnerable enough, honest enough to share the struggles that maybe no one even knows we have. And also, what's the law of Christ? Share each other's burdens and in this way fulfill the law of Christ? What even is that? Well, you can find that in Mark 12, verses 30 and 31. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. That's the law of Christ. In other words, when we share each other's burdens, when we carry the load, when we live in community and care with each other, we are loving God and we are loving our neighbors, which is really what the whole Jesus life is boiled down to in the end. Now, here's the rub. We're human. So sometimes people in our group screw up. They make a joke. They tease too hard. They share something outside the group that should have stayed inside the group. They don't participate or they're goofing off when we're trying to be serious. You know what I remember most in my small group? An egregious breaking of trust. I had shared something really personal about my family with someone in my small group. It wasn't something dangerous or reportable, just something really personal. And my friend not only shared it with our entire small group, but he told people outside our small group. And I was devastated because small groups, in order to work, have to be safe groups. Now listen, I don't mean like blood oath, ride or die, you'll never get it out of me kind of groups. If something is shared that's dangerous or life-threatening or bigger than you can handle on your own, of course, you need to share it with a trusted adult. But generally speaking, there have to be some ground rules on what makes a group a really good group. Things like privacy, respect, care, fun, like core qualities, the things that guide the small group moving forward. Do you know why David and Jonathan's small group worked so well? Here's why. And Jonathan made a solemn pact with David because he loved him as he loved himself. Jonathan sealed the pact by taking off his robe and giving it to David, together with his tunic, sword, bow, and belt. You can find that in 1 Samuel. They made a covenant. Now, don't worry, we aren't taking off our clothes in this group, but that means a lot more than we might think it does. First, we said a little earlier that Jonathan's dad wanted David dead. Why? Because Saul, Jonathan's dad, was king, but David was super popular, so Saul was feeling pretty insecure, like David might stage a coup and overthrow his government. But because we know Jonathan's dad was the king, what's that mean about Jonathan? It means he was the prince, the next to the throne, the next king. So when Jonathan gave David his robe, it was big, like think Queen Elizabeth giving her crown to someone in her small group as a symbol of their friendship. Huge, gigantic. Jonathan's robe as a symbol of the covenant was a massive show of trust, care, and commitment. Covenant. Almost like saying, my spot in the royal family does not matter to me more than our friendship does. And then giving him all the protective gear, his sword, his belt, and all that stuff, that was a pretty huge statement too. Jonathan was pretty much saying, this covenant, this commitment we're making to each other is deep enough that I will protect it at all costs. And here's all my protective equipment to prove it. Jonathan and David basically did the blood brothers thing without the knives or the blood. They were committed. Their bond was strong. Their transparency with each other was bold. They knew how to do small group. So how do we build a group bond like the one David and Jonathan had? How do we avoid disappointments like the one I had in my high school small group? We make a covenant. We keep all our clothes on, no exchanging of crowns or anything, but we do spend some time deciding what our core qualities are. And then we seal those in. David and Jonathan had a very symbolic exchange showing that they were committed to the core values of their group. So let's take a minute and start thinking through some of those foundational principles that matter most to you. Things like respect while others are sharing, dialing it in when important words are being spoken, confidentiality when lives aren't at risk, serving the community together. And let's spend some time together as small groups, building out our covenants together. And then let's seal them in.